Hello everyone, I am Reptile1425, and I am here to show you guys the applications of Roy's Neutral B into his gameplay. So the main thing that I want to cover are just some of the advanced techniques and the ways that you're able to manipulate the properties of the Neutral B in order to bait, in order to carry momentum and actually approach your opponent, in order to use it to cover options that sometimes you're unable to cover in other ways. So the first thing that I want to show is the Neutral B is actually able to carry momentum out of the run animation. So let me put this to 1/4 and zoom in on Roy. So if I were to just do a regular dash and not hold the stick in the direction that I was going, you see Roy just moves his feet once, plants them back down, and he doesn't do anything afterwards. But if you were to hold the stick, he starts to do his running animation. And right as Roy puts that first foot down, you're able to input the Neutral B, and you're able to carry the momentum forward with it. So this can be used as a good approach option. So I'll just show you. The first foot hits, and he slid a little bit. And after that slide, he was carrying his momentum. I was able to charge the Neutral B, and I was able to just carry it with me. It's a different approach option that Roy has, and you're actually able to psych out your opponents because this doesn't really have much lag afterwards. The hitbox is deceptive, and a lot of people just don't see this coming. So let me go back to regular speed. If you do it to, so right there you saw that I did it correctly, but before you saw that I didn't do it correctly. If you do the Neutral B too early, so if you do it within the dash, you'll get the side B because you're actually not running yet and you're not able to perform the Neutral B. If you just do it too late within the actual running animation, then you're just going to get the side B as well. So this requires a little bit of practice. You just need to let go of the stick when you want to do the Neutral B, so that way you're not actually inputting a side B. So you just return it to the neutral position, and then you just hold down Neutral B. If you don't want to charge it and you just want to let it go early, then you just push it once. So you see afterwards how I was able to do that. That's not charging it. Usually I just like to charge it. But if your opponent starts to adapt and catch on to that and they see you charging it, they're going to be able to punish you. So you just let it go immediately. You can also B-reverse this, and this is a great option for going in and baiting out an attack. So it has the same principle, except you're just B-reversing your Neutral B on the ground. So you saw B-reversing. If you don't know how to do it, all you do is you just input the you just input B, and then you turn around almost immediately in the opposite direction. And he actually carries momentum with him, as he does when he's just doing it forward. And a lot of the time, I usually just like to let this one go, because you're not going to hit them unless you read a roll. But even then, if you read a roll, you can always just do a forward smash. I usually like to do this to bait someone, and at the start of the match to test whether they're going to be more defensive, they're going to be more offensive. Because if I run at you, you're going to have to pick something. Usually, a lot of players will shield. Some players will spot dodge, some players will throw out an attack just to stuff me. And at the start of the match, you're actually able to really see what a player is going to do. So if they're going to be an aggressive player, they'll usually throw out a move to stuff you. If they're going to be defensive, you'll see that a lot of times when people throw out shield, they usually they're comfortable with shield, they'll stay in shield a lot. So you can go for grabs. If they start spot dodging, you know that you can catch on to those habits. Of course, this isn't going to tell you immediately what a player is going to do, but it gives you an idea of how they're going to play. So usually at the start of the match, you just go in. Oh, and make sure that you do it fast enough, because as you saw there, I actually didn't input the direction fast enough, so I didn't turn around and actually carry momentum with me. I kept sliding forward, but I turned around in the opposite direction. So you can get punished for doing that if that was not your intention. So if you go forward, go in, see what they're going to do. If they run towards you, because they're trying to punish you, if they don't know the how lagless this actually is, I'm just doing it repeatedly. If you run, do this, and they come towards you, you can usually bait something out, do a forward smash. If you want to be a little more safe, do a jab, do a down tilt, forward tilt, whatever. So those are the two main things that I wanted to show you on the ground, and the next thing that I want to show you is actually wave bouncing and using it as an approach option, as a bait tool in the air. So after a forward air, you're able to jump if you input it fast enough. You can use this by double sticking. I don't double stick. I actually just I move forward and I jump, and then I just immediately slide my thumb from Y to A in order to get this out as fast as possible, and this actually makes this safe. So you don't even have to use neutral B for this. This is just, if you want to use the neutral B, go ahead. But you can just see how you're able to make this safe. It's just safe pressuring tool. But when using the neutral B, I usually go back, and then you see how Roy jumps backwards? When he jumps backwards, you want to B reverse the neutral B in the direction that his back is facing. So that way you're able to wave bounce, and you'll shoot over to the other side. So it'll look something like this. Obviously that was a full hop, and that was pretty predictable, but if you can do it off a short hop, you can catch your opponents doing something. If they drop their shields, if they drop their guard, they don't know that this is going to happen. Up tilt's usually a safe version they like to do, because up tilt's a kill move, and at higher percents, you can use this to bait someone out. Go in, up tilt. Of course, you might get the sour spot depending on the spacing, but it's still good. It's still a good option for it. You can also, because this is so lagless, you can do almost anything that you would do if you just fell down. So you can roll away, you can shield, which is something that I like to do. If I know that they're going to try to challenge me, I'll shield, and I will just turn around, grab, or turn around and punish. If they try to do a smash attack on me, I'll just hit them back with a forward smash, usually kill them. You can spot dodge if you think they're going to grab you immediately afterwards, or you can grab yourself. So you can go in, turn around, grab, go in, lead into a bunch of other stuff. So those are some of the things that I like to do with it. Of course, you can do it after a back air too. It's a little tricky because back air turns you around, as you saw, so you kind of have to do it in the opposite direction. It's just like flipping it, but I don't really see back air being too useful, because since it does flip you around, you're just retreating with it, and you can retreat with it anyway after the forward air. Yeah, those are the main applications that I wanted to show you guys, and I think if you just experiment around with it, you'll be able to find more stuff that I was unable to find. But yeah, I hope that you guys have fun with this tech, and I hope that you guys can implement it into your Roy gameplay, because I think that it does enhance his neutral game a lot, and it helps him secure more kills, because you're able to bait people out. Maybe not secure. Secure was the wrong word. It helps you find more of those kills that oftentimes Roy has trouble finding, because he can be predictable at times when he goes in. He's either going to grab or he's going to hit you, but usually using this to retreat. Not always be reversing it, so just having it do this. If you think they're going to run or try to run away from it, you just hit them out of it. But yeah, those are the main applications that I found, and I hope that you guys are able to implement in your gameplay. We'll be making more videos hopefully in the future, but I hope to see you guys later.